Upon meeting the previous chancellor to your father of the town, Archibald, you guys came to an understanding, and he was going to reach out to all of his contacts and let them know that the rebellion is happening. You guys then set out to set a two-pronged attack against two of the remaining new nobles in the town. Duke Vedmire was the one that Scanlan went to, and then Tyleri is the one that the rest of you wanted outside. Now, as the rain pours down into the city midday, Scanlan decided to open from a polymorph spell as a fly to the top of the front doorstep of Vedmire's home, then proceeding to unpolymorph and then repolymorph himself into a Triceratops. After becoming a Triceratops, you squashed the front guard that was there, you slammed through the front of the building, destroying the front door, and we cut to the other group who was stealthing through the rain to the back, at which point the okay was given to Grog, whether intentionally or not. Grog then charged to the front door of Tyleri's estate, and the rest of you prepared for impact. And that was where we left off, in the center of this chaos. So...
let's do this!
Oh, God.
Without further ado... Sam.
Oh. But I was just handed this.
I know, take a look, take a look. Say for the sake of this, for now, we'll go through your circumstance.
Okay.
As they are separate. So, Scanlan, you are, I did not have a Triceratops, but I did have a Stegosaurus. Roughly the same size, so, Bloodspike Behemoth.
That's kind of racist.
I'm sorry. You know what? They're not around to argue.
We're not around to argue.
So
that you know of.
You're gonna get a bunch of angry tweets from Stegosauruses and
I'm sure. Please bring them my way. As you slam your way into the front of Duke Vedmire's estate, pieces of wood blasting outward, scattering amongst the center of the foyer. You see before you a rising staircase that divides into two separate staircases that curl around to the second level.
Lovely decor.
You also notice.
Oh shit!
At first, notice that the entire interior is currently filled with guards, all seemingly prepared and see expecting your arrival. At the top of the staircase, you see.
I think I can take him, guys. I think I can take him.
You also see at the top Duke Vedmire himself, a large, hairless, gray-skinned Goliath wielding a giant two-handed sword. Scanlan, what are you doing? You have initiative. What are you doing?
Wait, it's my turn first?
Yeah, you have initiative, man.
I beat them with initiative?
You did.
Okay, they're more than my charging distance as a Triceratops, right?
He's the only one that's within, technically, what's your speed?
40.
40? You would get right up to Vedmire if you were to charge.
Then I would be dead.
You got it! Stick him!
What do you want to do? What do you want to do?
I'm gonna go, how far away are those doors on the sides?
Over here, it's about 35 feet. Get that way.
I'm gonna turn right and blast through that door.
You're gonna okay.
Yeah, alright.
I don't want to get shot, so I'm just going through the door. Oh shit, it could be trapped. Oh, well, we'll find out.
We'll find out.
God, expect the unexpected. Blast through the door.
It goes blasting through the doors.
Do I have to roll to blast through the door?
We're gonna find it. Yeah, go ahead and roll a strength check. D20, add your strength modifier of the Triceratops form.
Okay, strength modifier says +5, so that's only a 17.
17?
Just for a door.
That's gonna do.
That's
Me and doors don't get along too well.
you running and you slam your head through the horns, protruding and tearing through the wood. The doors break inward, but the doors don't fully blast inward.
The door beat me!
The door's in bad shape. It won't take too much more power to blast through.
Doors
bloody.
in this kingdom.
It's now your worst nemesis.
Every single one of those guys can attack you now.
Yeah, but it
Before it's your turn again.
Maybe they didn't see you.
Run away.
It's not my turn anymore, right? That's it.
That's your turn.
No!
My Triceratops ass is just sticking out.
Just right there.
Look, they're all dummies. They're just mannequins.
They'll probably
Watch.
Vedmire's gonna go ahead and move down to here. And just kind of get his sword at the ready, grinning. As he holds his sword up, he puts his hands up and goes, "Aim! Fire!" a bunch of crossbow bolts get loosed at once through the middle of the room. What's your armor class? Is the
I
Triceratops?
have no idea. 14.
Alrighty. So. Oh,
You'll be
that's
fine.
11. That misses.
See?
That's good.
That's a 13 misses.
Wow, these guys suck.
They're like stormtroopers.
Natural 1.
They are! You attacked me and attacked my stormtroopers.
That brings us to the top of the initiative round. You're up.
Well, shit then. I gotta get some retribution.
Totally. Turn around and give it to him.
I'm going through the door.
All right. As you blast through, it's a dining room with a central dining room table, 2 small tables at the far corners. There's a 10-foot window across the way. It appears to be a normal dining room set.
I'll position myself right next to the door right there.
Okay, so just stomp over, step on part of the table,
and
destroying it.
I will hold my attack till anyone runs through the door. They get an insta-gore.
Okay, good to know. The next turn will be Vedmire.
Oh shit!
God.
Here he comes! Here he comes! It's me and the big guy.
Holds up there. He's gonna wait there. He's actually gonna dash and just get it right next to where the doors are bursting open. He can kind of hear you right around the corner. These guys are gonna dash in.
Oh god! Oh god!
There.
I think I can take him, guys.
There. This guy is gonna just try and jump down.
God.
See if he makes his acrobatics.
All right. I'm not good at fighting. I will
Can you set a blaze?
drop. I don't have any fire. I don't know why I was sent into this mission. I don't do fire things. I will drop my form. Is that an action or is that just?
You have a lantern.
You can drop it in a moment.
Don't you have a torch?
Or a lantern?
Or lantern?
Triceratops shrinks down to gnomish form now in this partially destroyed dining room area. What are you doing?
I'm going to hold on.
How did this plan happen then?
It's a great
We're a
plan.
bunch of
Why did you
slapdicks,
say
that's
I
why.
don't have fire?
I mean, I guess I could have.
I said, hey Scanlan, I should come with you, and you said, I could take care of myself. How many times do I have to tell you guys? I don't need your help.
The echoing voice you hear in the back of your mind as you imagine this is what Keyleth would be saying right now.
Okay, so I just kind of peek around the corner a little bit, just make sure they're all there.
Yeah.
And I will stinking cloud all of them.
Okay. All right.
You're not mentioning Dory out there. I gotta have some fun first. How often am I gonna take on a whole house by myself?
I
so in
approve
love
of
with
this
you right
plan.
now.
I approve of this plan.
All right. 20-foot radius sphere. I'd say you could affect. You could affect all of them. Yeah. All in this big old stinking cloud radius. All of a sudden, the entire foyer just fills up with this greenish, noxious cloud of poisonous gas. Let's see. They have to make a Constitution save. Okay. Nope. 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 Natural 20, he's fine. 19, he's fine. 18, nope. Nope. Double nope because he's on the ground. Fuck that guy. Vedmire rolls a 1. All right, so
Oh my god,
This
it's
is
the barn.
ridiculous.
Just
these
killed the
guys,
Goliath
these two
somehow.
guys immediately just kind of like cover their mouths and pull up this little bit of material they have around their chest plate armor to cover their mouth. The rest of them start hacking up. One of them starts just vomiting all over the ground. He has a helmet on, so it's kind of like strained through. It's
Yes!
awful.
Yeah.
Vedmire himself kind of backs against the wall and just trying to like just get it to leave the area, but it's just this thick cloud slowly moving away. Yeah, they're in a bad place right now.
I can still move.
Yeah, you only move 5 feet so far, so you still have 20
Hell
feet
of
of
a blue
movement.
angel.
Okay, I'll do like a Dukes of Hazzard over the table.
All right.
Unnecessarily.
Do I have to make an athletics check or anything for that?
I'll make him do an acrobatics to see how cool it was.
Acrobatics?
Yes.
What do I do for that? Got a number. I know, but I don't do these things. 11.
11. You You slide only because you partially destroyed it as a Triceratops and to the other side, but in your head it looked pretty cool. Thank God none of your allies were around to actually witness it, but you heard the theme music.
Okay, yeah.
So that ends their turn. You're up.
I so want to get some payback, but I shouldn't, right? TFO. I think I can take these guys.
God, you're like the drunk guy.
That is a hell of a lightning bolt line right
Every turn he is
there.
gambling.
How big
every
is that
turn.
dagger?
Happy St. Patrick's
Every
Day,
turn.
everybody.
This one, it's about 6 feet across.
Oh, I
and
can't
it's about
lift that
20 feet.
thing.
What? No, it's a big, long
okay.
table.
Okay, I will duck under the table.
Okay.
So they think that's where I went.
Okay.
And then dimension door to the roof.
Okay. Okay, so you duck under the table. I'm going to say make a deception roll to try and successfully feint them.
Oh, okay. 31.
So you
We think
grab
you're
your head.
down.
Oh no! Do like a very elaborate dive under the table.
Do I go
As
under
you
the
land,
table?
Poof. A little strange, dull thud of arcane energy as you bamf up to the ceiling. So as you're waiting up there, you cast invisibility on yourself and wait.
And then I start digging through my pockets if I have any flint or fire-making apparatus at all.
Check your equipment.
I will. I'll look.
You have an
Okay.
adventurer's kit?
Nope. I have some poison.
Poison the house. There you go. That'll work. All right.
We are the best
As you-
planners.
I know. You guys are rocking it.
Oh wait, I do have something.
Yeah, you do?
We do.
Yeah, I have a potion of fire breath.
You do.
Okay. Okay.
You know what? I'll just try it. I will fire breath potion myself.
Okay, you pull the cork off.
I don't know what this thing does. I just got this.
As you feel the fluid find its way down your esophagus, it warms it like a fine whiskey would, but the warmth just grows and grows to the point where it's almost too hot, but it never quite reaches the point where it's painful, but you feel as if like this need to belch is burbling within your stomach, and at any given point in time, you could let that belch fly forward. You make your way over to the top of the roof above.
Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of lean over the side and just scorch the whole front entrance as much as I can.
Okay.
Where I am.
As you let the belch out, it comes out in a large spray of orange, yellow, and red flames that immediately burst beneath the overhang, which is
By the way,
kept most.
I'm also invisible, right?
You are no longer, unfortunately. When you do an attack of some kind,
okay.
the invisibility is released.
Oh, okay, great.
So this gnome appears soaking wet over the edge of the roof and then just releases this gout of fire that blankets the front of the building, catching flames on all the portions of the front part of the second and parts of the first story, including the top of the entryway that you had already smashed through as a Triceratops, which exposed a lot of dried wood,
Yeah.
and immediately bursts into flame. As you complete that breath and you kind of inhale for a second, you hear voices now starting to shout from the inside of the house. You can't really make out the noises, but it sounds like there's panic now starting to hit from the inside, and you see a few guards start rushing out into the street.
I don't know if that house is cooked enough, man.
I know, maybe you should just keep burning it.
Yeah, so I'll run over to the back side of the house and do the same thing.
You just managed to like slide across the roof, grab the edge, reach over, and just unleash on the opposite side. This side, because the angle the rain's coming at, this side is getting a little bit of water, but there is still a number of dry wood exposed by the immediate overhang that it does manage to catch, and the flames are beginning to burn up and collect on the sides because it's superheated flame. Both sides of the house now appear to be on fire. Looking over your shoulder, you can see now there's a pillar of black smoke rising up from the front of the building.
Okay.
You also do see on the opposite side a hatch slam open, and you see a
shit.
giant, meaty Goliath hand.
Oh shit!
Now stepping out into the rain, you see the Goliath Duke Vedmire step up with this two-handed sword.
Oh shit!
Good to the girl. Lovely home you've got here.
Shot him!
So put you there.
It's like Duel of the Fates
Oh god!
on a burning rooftop in the rain.
This is so exciting!
Giant Goliath
Gets up there.
and a gnome that breathes fire.
Play the song. Play the
All right,
song.
it's your turn.
Okay.
Yeah.
Big B's hand! So I call forth Big B's hand and I call for it. I will force him off the roof.
Okay. All right, let's.
Awesome.
The roof is wet.
The roof is
Yeah.
indeed wet. I'm aware. Oh, this will be interesting.
I wanna fly away. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, so you create the hand next to him, and as he's kind of stepping forward towards you with his sword at the ready, there's a shimmer in the air as a giant, kind of vaguely purplish, arcane hand all of a sudden appears. He looks confused for a second and rears back to try and attack it. As the hand pulls back, woof, and goes rushing forward towards him. I want you to go ahead and make a strength check with the hand.
Oh shit, he's strong.
The strength is +8 so add 8 to this roll.
17 plus 8.
Natural 1. Of course!
Oh my god!
Of course.
I'm gonna kill everyone in this motherfucking house!
I've rolled so many ones today, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, we're just getting
He's
started.
gonna face plant on
All
the
right,
roof and
if
then
the
go
hand pushes
over.
up 5 feet plus number of feet equal to 5 times your spellcasting modifier, yeah. Okay.
Please do it. Please kill everybody.
As the hand shoves him, he goes pushed off to this side. The hand, he seems holding against it, but the hand eventually scoops him up and actually gets him off of his feet and like shock puts him off the roof. He plummets backward, off the side of the roof, and you wait a second to hear across the way. That's full damage there. 11, 13.
I'll be fine.
Okay, he takes 34 points of falling damage.
Not bad.
And is knocked prone.
You can't get this on
Down
network
there.
television, ladies and gentlemen.
I gotta get out of here.
Shit's burning.
Burn the hatch and then get out.
Okay. Okay, where am I close to the hatch?
Yeah, you're about 25 feet from it. That's where you kind of got it.
I'll hoof it over there and
Okay,
then
move over to the hatch, which is
just
right about there.
I'll look around and kind of punch myself in the gut.
Okay, as you reach over, you look down, and there is a ladder that leads up to the front, and there are 2 guards that are currently making their way up to the roof. They look up and see you. Their eyes go wide within their helmets, and as you release the flames, all you see is their faces go engulfing the entire tunnel. Roll 4d6.
4d6.
Yes.
I don't have any d6.
4 cubes.
There you go. They both failed their DC 13 dexterity saving throws because I can't roll tonight.
15.
15? Okay. They both take 15 points of fire damage, and the entirety of that space is now burst into flames. You pull back because the heat is intense, backdraft style, as you know you're at the
My
top
eyebrows
of it.
burn off?
They don't burn off, but you feel they might be a little singed. Okay. You have to give it a few days to recover. And you hear screaming down inside the tunnel, and both of them are currently dealing with the fact they're on fire. So that's your movement. That's your bonus action. You still have an action.
Okay, I gotta get the hell out of here, guys. Okay, so I'm just gonna. I'm jumping in the rain. So I'm gonna jump off the. Can I go away from the Goliath?
That would be this way, or that way, because he fell off that
The,
side.
not the 2 sides that are on fire, and
Where's
not
the
the
giant
flames.
zombie?
So now
Go
the
the
flames
other
are now
way.
looking up both sides of the
Go the
house.
other way.
So you have to go this way.
Where's the
that
zombie
way.
stone giant?
Okay. The 2 guards that were back that way are now no longer on fire. They have gotten to the roof and kind of put themselves out. They both look very, very angry at the current circumstance. They pull their hand crossbows at the ready. Now it's your turn.
Okay, I look back at them and I do that thing where you just kind of do this. I trust fall off the back of it. Oh, I do.
Okay.
But I'm going to simultaneously make Big B's hand try to catch me
Okay.
at the bottom.
All right. You trust fall off. Your eyes kind of somewhat closed and letting it happen.
Come on, Big B, catch me.
And in the moment that you expect ground to meet you with a heavy, hard smack of reality, a soft cushion of arcane energy catches you as these kind of spiritual, purplish fingers curl around and gently bring you to the ground.
Like Baymax.
Don't get handsy, Big B.
Austin Powers.
All right. So I'll just start running.
Okay. So you start
My
running out this
little
way.
tiny nubby, my tiny little nubby legs.
Okay. All right. As you run, you get over to the front of the gate that is closed off. It's a little bit too tight for you to squeeze through. How do you plan to get over the gate?
I'm planning to climb over the gate.
Okay.
I got nothing left.
Make an athletic or acrobatics check to try and get over the gate.
Whatever the better number is. Whatever the better athletics or acrobatics.
This one's been terrible. 16.
16. Okay. Is that acrobatics or athletics?
That's athletics.
Athletics. So you run, you jump up, grab onto the metal bars and start just pulling yourself up
Nice.
over the top, land on your feet, and you're now right near where the street is, and you can see to your right, it's open, kind of towards the direction of where the rest of the party is. To the left, you can see now coming from the rain, maybe about 100 feet from you, giant hulking zombie giant is kind of stomping towards you. As you notice that, you see a number of figures come swarming out of the two buildings to the side of it, and immediately start attacking the zombie giant.
Oh.
Go, get out.
Go, get out.
Run away.
They're attacking the
They're attacking the zombie giant. That's good.
You have inspired people.
It's
GTFO,
working. It's
man.
working.
Yeah, I'm useless to you guys.
Rebellion.
So,
Hide your life.
yeah, I'm gonna
Kill
go
this giant.
invisible and watch from the shadows.
Okay, so you just cloak yourself and watch from the shadows off to the side. As you're there for a little bit, keeping your eye out for the next couple minutes, you can see the house is now completely engulfed in flames. The rain tries it might, the roof itself is not catching yet, but you can see now fire is licking out of every single window and glass is steadily breaking over time. The guards have all escaped out, and you can see the guards and Vedmire are now storming across the entire grounds. He's giving orders left and right, and they're all out searching for you in the nearby vicinity of the home.
I lived.
I like that Scanlan
You
takes
lived.
out an entire house,
Dude,
and we're all probably
you
gonna
were
die.
fucking
You were a
Rambo
badass.
just then.
Yeah.
You were Scanlan
You're a
Rambo.
legend.
You are.
You're officially a legend.
Do you have any red cloth you can tear off and tie around your forehead?
Because you're.
Do
Yeah.
this.
Is your
Yeah.
beret still on?
Yes.
I never got a beret. Did I get a beret?
You did get a beret. I thought you
Who
got a
got? I
beret.
wanted a
That was
beret.
outstanding.
All right.
Yes.
I approve of this greatly. Percy, Vex, you guys are all back this way. The back of the building, you can see what looks to be a one door to a back room.
Do this.
Grog, as you come slamming up with the trinket behind you, up to the front of the building, you see the front doors are there before you.
Oh, they're in front of us? I'm
Yeah.
already raging?
Yeah.
I just fucking bust through, ape
Okay.
shit style.
The doors slam open, you guys rush in for a second, there's nothing immediately within your range, and you look up and see an entire array of guards all trained upon you in trinket. A voice behind them goes, "Loose!"
At least drinks behind me.
So, what's your armor class?
19.
19.
61.
Yes.
So 61, so you take half that, it'd be 31 points of piercing damage on you and one volley of
Okay.
crossbow bolts at you. You protect the trinket. And the rage did descend a little bit. The pain, because all these bolts are now sticking out of your chest. Like this kind of front quilled porcupine. It's
badass.
You just take the pain and grin for a second. You have that irony taste of blood kind of reach the back of your throat from the immediate impact, and it just further intensifies your rage. I'm gonna have everyone here roll initiative because you're all acting simultaneously at this point.
Okay. Which dice?
Tyleri, who's currently looking over the banister, he kind of steps forward here for a second. Grog, this works for you because you look up and you see all the guards there. Tyleri walks up. It's kind of rotund-looking, slimy individual, thinning hair, very pale skin, a little bit of facial hair that has never really seemed to grow fully in, but he tries to groom the
Grog's
best he
beard is
can.
better than that.
Oh, much better. He's wearing fine clothing. He's got rings encrusting his fingers, but he walks with like a deftness to the edge of this stairway and kind of looks over and says, "Interesting. I figured there'd be more of you."
Interesting. There's a lot of dead men up there.
Of which you see him leap up onto the ceiling, stick to it, and begin to scatter across.
The one with the shitty beard?
Yep,
Tyleri?
yep.
He's
And
Spider-Man?
He jumps up and
Doing
spider
what I
crawls
did at
across the
Firewood's
ceiling
dinner.
and then drops down.
Had a spell or something like that.
Yeah,
some
he,
magic?
with deft acrobatic feats, he leaps across, drops, and lands right in front of you. You can see now in his face, as slovenly as it is, there is a look of deathly hunger in his eyes and
no,
fangs
he's a
bared from
vampire.
under it.
That's a neat trick.
That brings us to Grog, you're up.
I go into a frenzied rage and I use reckless attack along with my great weapon master, and I turn that thing into a piece of goo with my warhammer.
Okay, Warhammer bursts into flames. Your eyes all of a sudden start going into an intense glare as you rear up, go into your frenzy raid, make your attacks. So 41 points of damage to him with the first two. Whack! Whack! The impacts slamming into him. You can see his body get pushed back with each impact. He's still taking it and grinning at you, but he's also seemingly surprised by the ferocity of the strikes. The guards all reload their crossbow bolts, move in. These 7 are all going to fire on Grog. Natural 20.
Second
natural
20.
1. That's not going to hit. That's natural 5. 18.
Misses.
Natural 1. It's a 19 that hits. Total 19 naturally,
Yeah.
so it's 27. One more, it's a 18 to hit.
Misses.
Oh, these all have advantage on you because you have this attack.
That's right.
actually. So the one that would have missed is a natural 20.
Hey!
That does hit. Natural 20 again.
What?
So I'm rolling for all the ones that would have missed.
Why do they have advantage on you?
So
I have advantage on mine.
yeah, reckless attack.
That's reckless.
So
That's right.
they all hit you,
When it
3 of
hits.
which are crits.
Yay!
Son of a bitch.
Keyleth, you're up.
Okay, I'll go inside.
Okay.
Hello, anyone in here?
Is there anything this direction? This way? Can we not get this way?
This is a storage closet that was already checked by Vax and walked past.
Yeah, you know what? Okay, I didn't go inside. I'm outside.
You came inside.
Kill something.
Not gonna retcon it.
Dick. All right.
Just saying. You can't get halfway into it and decide, wait, this didn't happen.
Okay.
Well, technically, none of this happened.
And
Thank you for coming with me on that journey. All right.
Do it.
fine. I'll just see if this
It worked.
fucking door is open. That's all I can do right now.
The one across the way?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Bring us to the top. Percy, you're up.
I'm going to call Hex on that first guard there.
Which one? Right there?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm gonna burn my my action surge. And I'm gonna take 3. I'm gonna start taking my shots, and I'm just gonna work my way up.
Okay, so you swing around the corner, you look up at the one guard, and as you kind of concentrate for a second, bringing your gun up, your eye is going to go black again, the smoke kind of pouring out from the corner of it. Smoke begins to pour out of the midsection of the guard. It looks confused for a second. It swirls around him as part of the hex that has him marked as you release your next 3 blasts.
Natural 20.
Yeah!
That's
That's the
better.
Percy we know.
42 points of damage.
Woo!
Yeah.
42 points of
And
damage.
4 of that was fire damage.
And 4 that was fire damage. Okay. As you look up, the first 2 shots fire, go wide. The third one just explodes, and in a burst of black smoke, the guard's head is no longer across his shoulder.
Nice.
Okay,
Show me
that
the
I move the black cloud to the next guard.
Okay. The
He
smoke-
also gains disadvantage on all. Let's make it dexterity saving throws,
Okay, or the ability checks.
ability checks. Yeah,
Okay.
so all
So
dexterity.
the smoke pours off the body and coalesces around the next guard to his right. All right, that ends your turn.
That's the end of my turn.
Vax.
All right, I've got double speed. I go right towards the table, make an acrobatics check to slide my ass across it.
Are you doing
Back
that?
Do
check.
some hazard
And
style.
land.
Just
Acrobatics
do
check.
hazard.
That's a 10. That's a 23.
You did it so much
Slide it
cooler
there.
than me.
Vax, you're up.
All right, Trinket's just gonna try to claw him.
Okay, go ahead. 2 attacks from Trinket.
Yep.
Make it good.
Come on, you're my favorite bear, Trinket.
That hits him. That definitely
Do
hits
it.
him.
Should they?
That's
16 plus a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what this
Drinking got a natural
For the
20.
bear?
on the crit. All right, so
Okay.
damage on the first strike.
That was a critical roar.
11 for the first. And then
It's so sour, it was sweet.
3 plus 7 is 10 to
Oh.
20. So
13 for the second attack.
So total 23 damage. All right.
24 damage.
24 damage. How does Trinket want to do this?
I just killed a vampire!
is this a first? first? Is this a first?
This is a first.
Is this a first?
I think it's Trinket's first kill.
Trinket claws crosswise and takes off his head with a bite.
Okay, so as Trinket reaches down, arcing across both claws across his back, Teleri is dropped to his hands and knees, looks up as Trinket then puts his jaws down over the head and
Rips
lifts up. As you see the flesh begin to tear on his body, he screams out in pain as the body turns to mist.
Damn it! He's a vampire. But you know what,
Is the
Trinket?
mist there? What happened?
Mist is there, yeah. There's a clump of mist where he once was.
Somebody light a match.
I'm coming.
All right, that brings us to Keyleth.
So I'm gonna come in, and I see a headless dude with mist.
No, you just see Grog, Vax, and Trinket in the center of this foyer with a big cloud of mist kind of near Trinket and Grog, and an entire array of guards with heavy crossbows trained down on the three of them in this like ambush pit.
Would you know what it was?
Yeah, you would. We've learned about vampires. We know they turn into mist.
Yeah, the vampires down by the tree did this.
Yeah.
They misted in.
Sunlight that
Sunbeam!
Someone could yell at me to do
Sunlight.
I would say, make an intelligence check.
Hey.
17. Okay. I'd say, given the circumstance right now, just rushing in and just seeing mist there and people with things, you have no idea that's a vampire. You have no reason to believe it's a vampire. You just know that right now there is. I'm just being honest here. You walk in the room and there's just a little bit of mist on the ground and there's a bunch of guards up there. It looks like there's a threat of a bunch of guards in the room.
I didn't find it's a vampire.
You know it now.
Krog, in the middle of a frenzied rage, would not have that.
I would have enough to point and say, oh, for the love of God. Okay.
Keyleth, take your turn.
Oh man.
What about a gimme?
Yep.
Take your turn.
Sorry.
Keyleth.
Stop giving
What do
the
you wanna
DM grief.
Fine.
It's okay.
There's a crap ton of
if
people
I
there.
saw a black mist, what I would probably do, realistically, is think it was like some sort of poison shit, and I would wind wall it. So I'm going to wind wall that mist.
Okay. That's the end of your turn. Keyleth, you're up.
Okay. So I'm gonna keep maintaining this wind wall and kind of wrap it up around the mist, kind of double enforce it.
Okay.
And I'm gonna scream, "What is this?"
I don't know.
All right. And then what are you doing?
Okay, you don't know.
It's a vampire.
Ah!
I'm putting my gun away anyway.
Okay.
Okay.
Does that count?
It's a vampire. We just
You
killed
know it
him.
is.
Sort of.
Be warned, treading thin ice with metagaming with your DM going forward.
Oh, no.
But yes, you have now heard it from
I'm
Percy.
metagaming. I'm legitimately
I
asking.
know, you got
what
it.
this counts?
I know. This fine. This counts. It's fine. You heard Percy say vampire.
Vampire.
Fire.
Oh! Great!
What's that charisma score again?
The end. And we fade to
Fantastic.
black.
Yep, right there.
Drop your fucking wind wall so I can hit something.
I'll drop the wind wall and cast Sunbeam and just eyes flashing light just right in the concentrated beam where I have this mist there
Okay.
Stuff.
and stuff.
Okay. Yeah, that will be considered direct sunlight.
Cover your eyes.
As you release the wind wall, the mist immediately begins to push its way this way out of the room. However, you catch it, your eyes glow, and as you release your hand forward, a blast of pure sun energy shoots forth from your hands. You see it burning the back wall like a big thick laser. Just and as the mist tries to escape, you catch up to it, and you hear this faint echoing screeching cry as the mist immediately is evaporated on impact.
Can we loot the mist?
Thanks.
And we loot this.
You can fill a pocket with ash if you like.
Come on, look, some coins.
Ding 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 like Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah.
That's not even bus fare.
Alrighty.
That's my turn.
Alrighty.
Wait, can you use your bonus action to wink at Matt to ask for forgiveness?
Why do I have to ask for forgiveness?
Percy, you're up.
I can use my bonus action to heal somebody if someone wants it.
Trinket.
Actually, how about this? I used my bonus action to ask what the shit was this.
There you go.
Does that make you feel better?
Sure.
What's the damage on my rapier again? Is it 1d10 plus?
1d8.
1d8 plus.
It's a +1 rapier, so it's 1d8 plus your dexterity modifier, plus 1.
I would like to hold my turn.
Oh. How?
Because if I stand in front of him, nobody can do anything to him.
You can
Nice of you.
kill him.
How many's left?
Whoosh.
No, I
I
can
have
only...
5 very nervous-looking
Smash him off the
guards
back.
right now.
We were trying to haul ass.
And other rooms.
Yeah.
No, I'll hold. Go whoever's next can go.
So polite.
That is really kind of you, Rob.
Gentlemanly.
That ends your turn. It's now the guard's turn.
Yeah.
Oh.
They're all gonna kill you.
They all
Run
They're
away.
gonna try and flee, aren't they?
are look to each other, and their one leader goes like, "Men, run!" They all rush and leap off the balcony, trying to
God.
catch themselves there.
See those acrobatic checks.
Odds 19, 17.
I want them all to fall, please. There's one of them.
Eat it.
twists his
Make
ankle.
Molly eat it.
Okay, 3 of them land fine and begin bolting forward. 2 of them fall. One like, breaks his ankle and falls to the ground, going ah! Another one slams into his hip on the ground and falls prone. So both of these guys are prone. These 3 are going to continue to move forward to there. They're going for a full dash.
I'll take my turn now.
Okay, Grog.
I leap over the banister with my warhammer high and jump down on the guy that's closest to me.
Right there? Okay, make
Bringing it down with a reckless attack and great weapon master.
okay. Make an athletics check for the jump.
Oh no, don't fall on your ass.
It's good. It's good.
Oh, okay, that's true. 13.
I'll give you advantage on this because you're raging and it's reckless and it's just fun.
That's better! 24.
24, yeah, you leap in the air. Whoosh! Like slow motion. Down on top. Go ahead and roll 3 attacks on him.
29 on the first one.
29 on the first one? Okay.
Oh.
And 28 on the second one.
So as you come down, the hammer blow slams into his torso. His actual metal armor crinks inward and he goes, gasps in pain as you've now jammed his own ribs into his internal organs. Yeah! Pull the hammer up with a sludgy sucking sound. You see him look at you with this look of, no! And the hammer comes down again, this time on top of his head, which
so
Gallagher watermelons across the floor of this.
Flaming watermelon.
Done. You look over at his friend who's like trying to back up with his broken ankle with your 3rd attack, who is within your range.
Oh god.
Oh, I don't need it. That's a 27.
Well, roll advantage just in case it's a critical.
Oh, it's the same thing. It's 27.
Okay, there you go. That hits.
Just no, I haven't critted in forever.
See, even if you don't need the advantage, it's nice to roll a second time in case the chance of a natural 20.
Right.
That's 30.
30 points of damage on him. Whack! This one you actually bring down onto his other leg. That leg snaps.
Is he on his back? Because
He's on his back and he's trying to pull away
right
from
on the
you.
knee.
On the knee. Crack! It snaps underneath and he screams out in pain as the hammer pulls back. You can see where the bone is jutting out. You've actually taken off the lower half of his leg from the sheer blood force.
Good.
And he's now like bleeding out onto the ground a little bit. Not as much as he would be because the flame cauterized
Oh,
the
nice.
impact from the hammer. He is in a really, really bad place. Alrighty, Vex, you're up.
He's Legolas.
Well, I'm gonna, should I shoot the guys running away?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, are they close by?
Are we gonna
They're
spread
just
the
out
word?
the front of the doors.
I'm gonna come down
Don't
and
forget
get
to
in
tell
range.
them about Gilmore's Glorious Goods first.
Yeah.
We're supposed to advertise.
I'm gonna
Timing is everything.
lightning arrow. Oh yeah, lightning arrow because everything within 10 feet is
Oh,
affected. So
Yeah, that'll hit all 3.
okay. 13.
13 points of damage. That guy is to the back of the head.
And I
And just slides in the mud for about 2
and I
feet.
act like I have another. I can attack him again. I say stop.
Make an intimidation check.
Come on, girl. Come on, girl.
Natural 20.
It is.
Watching his friend fall and slide in the mud, he stops where he stands and looks over his shoulder, slowly turning around, shaking.
And I say, get inside now.
Okay. Next up is Keyleth. Are you gonna do anything?
I'm just gonna go, excuse me, trinket. Sorry. And I'm just gonna peek around the door and go, skoof, and sunbeam him.
Can you sunbeam?
That guy. The scared shitless guy.
She might.
Okay. All right.
There you go.
So,
I didn't know that.
Constitution save on him.
That
No.
spell.
2 damage. 12.
16. That's 20.
Several times.
Plus 30 damage. Radiant damage.
As he's sitting there in the rain, shaking and looking at his friend and looking at you, Keyleth kind of just steps in the frame and goes, and before he can go, wait! And there's just this scattering of ash that wipes off his body. His armor is left intact and just tumbles to the ground. And this pile of you see smoke sizzling off of the now heated armor. There's no sign of his physical body anymore. Just a smattering of now mud that the ash has now mixed with in the rain outside. Whew. Prejudice. Okay.
Who's got questions for Pegleg over here?
I do. I hop down off the balcony
Okay.
and walk up by Grub.
What do you want?
There's no question this is a bad situation you're in right now. We're not looking for you at all. I'm happy to knock you out and leave you in a closet here and lock it. If you want to help me find the Briarwoods, I really want to know where the Briarwoods are. Not you. Just the people you work for.
Isn't there anyone else in the house?
No.
If you're lying, you'll pay.
All of us were here. We were waiting for you. We've all been working for the Briarwoods. They mean well. They have big plans. I know that. I don't know the details of it. They don't tell us. But we're keeping guard on them. We were supposed to stop this insurrection. These people. We rounded up folks. We were given basic descriptions, and we hung people against the Sundry as a warning. We hoped it wouldn't come to any sort of conflict, that you would take that as a means that you weren't supposed to be here. But then we all saw what happened. What happened to Sir Kerian and his house, and that meant that you were here, and that you meant business. So, Tyleri, Vedmire, we waited for a signal, and we heard that you were planning an attack. So we set up guards here. We prepared, and sure enough, you showed up. So let us know that our contacts are good, and we thought that would be enough. We didn't realize you'd be walking in with whatever the fuck this thing is. I don't even know what you are. And he looks like he looks genuinely frightened at the fact that you, with all these bolts sticking out of your body, are still grinning above him. Nothing should have survived that ambush.
Let's back this up a little bit. You hung people from the Sun Tree,
Yeah, as a warning.
where I saw that child. Let's let us through.
With a wet gurgle, the life expires from his body, a pool beginning to form on the tile below him.
Nicely done, Vax.
Piece of shit.
So Percy and I are upstairs alone.
Yes.
I go upstairs and I get Percy up against a wall. I turn around and slam against a wall.
Okay.
This is sexy.
27.
And I look him straight in the eye.
And kiss him.
And I say,
Stop encouraging.
are you alright?
I think so.
Look me in the eye, Percy.
I feel cruel, but in control.
I'm insight checking him.
Go for it, roll insight.
Shit, just shit. 10.
10.
John Cena.
Give me your what's your charisma modifier?
My charisma modifier is 2.
Okay. He's hard to read right now. His focus is divided amongst your intensity and trying to answer your question. There is this kind of, the pause in his throat isn't because he's thinking, it's because he grasps the words to describe it. But there is a quiver to it, and you can see his hands are still shaking a little bit. And as you look down at his hands, you also see the smoke is still kind of slowly swirling his ankle.
I'm fine for now. I'll let you know if you'll know if I'm not.
I will.
Yes.
I follow behind him closely.
Let's keep looking.
You start seeing now the dark plume of smoke in the distance. Scanlan has apparently effectively set the signal.
I cast my Skywrite spell. I just spit. And I use the smoke in the distance and just start, like, as it's rising up into the sky, start drawing out the Dorolo family crest across in the smoke.
Okay. You begin to take the plume of smoke and kind of filter into the dark rain clouds, and you make the smoke go to a thicker black, and take the next few moments to begin sculpting in the air until eventually you have a very well-defined Dorolo family crest, now staring down at the entire city of Whitestone.
Oh, something's happening! Something's happening in the sky.
That's me.
I think it's a magic wielder of some sort. Something. I must flee.
Alright, you guys all step out into the rain, pouring down. What bits of, like, guard blood that have been pressed against you washes off.
Oh.
I kind of peek in this foyer and just poof, right in the middle. Kind of take a minute to move it all around.
Lightning sphere begins to just corkscrew around this room, up over the banister, up to the upper area, and like an artist, you just paint this entire room with flame until the entire interior of this main foyer is just an inferno. You can hear the flames licking, and the light is very bright. You end up kind of backing up, and you can see people, unarmored folk in nearby homes that are pressed up against their windows, watching this happen and whispering to each other. The children, those that are kept kind of guarded and are not part of this rebellion initially, are watching this with smiles.
Okay. I think that's good enough. Yeah. Let's go.
Head back to the
So we
curiosity
run.
shop.
Yeah, sneaky, stealthing.
Okay. You make your way to the front of the building. The doors are closed and locked. You guys-
Oh, for crying out loud.
Just
I
knock
push
on the
past
door.
them and I just go, Georgiana, it's us.
Okay, it's a pause, and her voice goes, "Who's us?"
Crazy grandma.
And yeah, Vox Machina. Does she know we're called that?
No, I don't know. Crazy grandma was
Crazy
staying
peasants.
with you. Crazy peasants.
Allies.
Make a persuasion check.
Son of a. 9.
Can I help?
I'm crazy
grandma.
grandma.
I'm crazy grandma.
Here to help.
I'll say, since you're backing her failure up, go ahead and make it with disadvantage.
I got 50
Man,
cats.
you don't have to call it a. That sounds so sad. when
Nine's
you
a
say it like
failure.
that.
Sorry.
Back my
18.
failure up.
18. There's a pause. Crazy grandma. Come in. You hear the sound of a locking sound, and the door opens up ever so slightly. Very, very dimly lit interior. There's a small lantern, a hooded lantern across the room. Other than that, you just see the shadow of Jordana, and she ushers you all in out of the rain.
We just need to rest.
Okay. You can rest here, but how long?
Until we're healed, and then we'll go.
Overnight.
Right.
I feel like we should get word out to somebody, though, because...
To what? To hold the
I
revolution?
don't know. I feel like everybody's gonna die before we even get to the castle.
That's the thing. I don't know if this is the time to rest.
But we don't have any spells.
There's also the point that somebody is informing on us.
Someone
What?
is informing.
What are you
on
talking
us.
about? Why?
They were ready for us. They knew we were coming.
Of course they knew we were coming. We killed one of
They
them.
said there
burned
was
one
an
of their houses
informant. They said that there was an informant when we were there.
Who did?
That guard, he said our contacts were right. Our informant was correct.
Yeah,
Somebody
someone
is informing on us.
So what's the plan?
We short rest
I
and
say
then
we
can
short
check out.
rest and then
Take
we
a rest and we
join the rebellion to
exterminate.
Wait, join the rebellion or ride around town telling everyone quell?
We're taking down
can't
these
quell.
damn giants. These
As much as
giants are
possible.
killing people left and right. We watch them crush people on our way here.
All right.
And we tell them that they take cover during the night.
I'm gonna roll like 4 of these hit
Yeah,
dice.
you guys go ahead and use your hit dice to heal up while you're taking your short rest. Those are taking damage.
I can sing a song
I
of
got it,
rest
I
for all of us.
Oh, yeah. Do that.
Yeah,
does that
do that.
It gives us all 1d6. It's pretty weak. Okay. Health. We need some now. Health. Not just anybody. Health. You know you need someone. Help.
That's not trademark.
Oh, good.
I love it. All right, so from the alcove, you guys head in a southwestern motion, keeping off the main paths best you can. The main chaos seems to have died down a little bit in this area of the town. You come across another body of a zombie giant.
It's 3.
Surrounded by what looks like 8 bodies of civilians of the town.
Are they all dead or are they injured?
No, they are all very dead. 2 of them which are torn in half and just tossed 2 different sides. One appears to be half-eaten, and the rest are just smashed. But whatever troop was with them managed to take the zombie giant down.
Nice.
Eventually make your way to the center of the town square, where the sun tree is. From this angle, you see what looks to be 8 ropes currently just dangling free from the sun tree.
They became vampires.
Damn it.
The tree is the spawning spot.
Really?
Or maybe one of them.
Yes.
Or maybe they cut him down.
No.
No.
We gotta cut down this tree.
Does it look like the ropes have been cut, or is
You
it?
can go closer to inspect if you want.
Yeah.
Try to
Okay.
heal it. We should.
You're hearing in the distance
Burning.
the battle's still raging about 65, 70 feet from you. You kind of get up behind the tree and you take the ropes and inspect it. All the ropes are very finely cut.
Yeah, they cut them down.
They cut them
They
down.
cut their dead down.
Very
Can
cleanly
we
cut.
spin around and look and see if there's anything around it looks like, or look at tracking and see if, how it looks like somebody cut them down or if they fell on their own?
You glance around real fast and you can see to the south there is still the battle raging between the zombie giant and crew of individuals, but you look back where you guys were from and you see a large series of shapes stepping through the rain. You can see as the light of the town is slowly beginning to vanish into a sunset.
Is it still raining?
It
Doing?
is still raining. You see ahead of you, coming from the central roadway into the square of the town, you can only surmise to be anywhere from 30 to 50 armored skeletal entities that are pouring from the north.
Okay, I climbed the sun tree.
Wait, what? We gotta get out of here.
I'm climbing the sun tree.
Climbing the sun tree. All right, you guys see Keyleth scurry up the sun tree.
A little ahead of where they originate, and I'm gonna start making an ice storm. Oh, I'm pushing all the way back to where, just right down these fuckers.
I'm also just trying to stay underneath her as best I can.
Okay.
Stop looking up her skirt, brother.
She's good.
Yeah, skirt. She's been wearing a dress this whole time.
Thought she was covered in leaves.
Suddenly, you see some of the clouds above you begin to funnel downward, and a few bolts of electricity through it. As the funnel hits, it grows dark, and then all of a sudden, this cold wind begins to swirl around it. And with that, the cloud almost seems to tear open within itself, and a sheet of jagged ice and sleet begins to pour downward into the center of this undead horde. As it does, you can see probably a good 25, 30 of these are just blown apart. Bone shards scattered around, and you can see bits of rusted metal weapons and armor thrown left and right. The ice then kind of coalesces over the floor of this area, and some of the skeletons just kind of slip, but they keep marching forward. It definitely took a chunk, but as it continues pushing forward,
Now we can run.
Good job. I grab the back of her shirt and yank her backwards.
Okay, you guys make your way down the tree. As you get to the bottom of the tree, the zombie giant has taken notice of the sudden flashing of light and the movement in the tree, and is bounding towards the tree after you guys.
Are we running?
Are we going to the alcove or are we going to the tree line?
I say we go to the tree line, and I say that you take a couple shots as we're heading.
I'm definitely doing that, yes. I'm gonna shoot at the giant as we're running.
Okay.
And as she's like rearing up her bow, I'm behind her, and I just bring down the bolt for 32 damage.
Damn. You can see the bolt strikes the front of the zombie giant right as it starts swinging after you guys. The bolt hits its shoulder and blasts a chunk of its shoulder blade off. You see bone shards fire behind, and there's a giant piece of its torso now missing where the bolt hit. Stumbles back onto its back foot and catches itself, almost toppling over.
Just start backing up.
As
Vex.
it starts lumbering forward again as Vex releases her arrow, which splits into 3.
Vex.
See, 54 points of damage.
Whoa.
Kill it.
Nice!
Whoa.
54. All the arrows blasting into its body. You can see they sink in and burst on the inside. There's a dull glow as this kind of burst of electrical energy hits from underneath its sickly, zombified flesh. At which point there's a slight delay before it bubbles forth and a little bit of its internal liquid spews out like a boil. You can see it's definitely taking damage, and it keeps pushing forward. Yeah, it's still moving towards you guys.
I pull out.
It's about 10 feet from you guys right now.
I pull out bad news.
Okay.
God damn.
And I shoot it. I'm shooting it with bad news in the, and I'm going for an aim shot to the legs.
Okay. To the moment it would take for you to stop and pull out bad news, by the way, is the moment you guys are turning around to attack it. It has gotten within range to hit, so this is all happening simultaneously. So it's gonna get 2 strikes as you guys get your attacks as well.
No, what are you doing?
It's still managing to keep its zombie form through. It seems like every single hit you're taking chunks off of its body, but it continues to push through the damage until eventually it swings at you with the hit. Bad news goes off as it blasts through the center of its torso. It takes out the back of its spine. It can't keep its physical form together, and as its body lunges forward, you throw both of your daggers, which go thunk, thunk into each of its eyes. It falls forward. The torso seems to roll on impact and come after you like a slow-moving boulder for a few feet. But since you're all moving forward, you manage to outrun it, just barely keeping out of the way. The legs walk on their own for 2 more steps before they just hop forward into the mud, kind of relieving all of its internal intestines into the rain-soaked ground before.
Let's get out of here. Go to the woods.
Pass without a trace.
You guys go running back, and as you're looking over your shoulder, you can see the skeletal army swarming the center of the square and pouring into the streets. It seems that the Briarwoods had their own reserve anti-riot campaign at the ready.
Or are they gonna take out everybody?
We can't go. We can't go.
We have to go.
We
We have nothing left.
And with that, we're going to conclude the season. We're returning next week on that note.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You son of a
pretty
bitch.
intense.
I love it.